Welcome, respected sadhakas, salutations, wishes, and prayers that life moves smoothly, both spiritual and otherwise also. The 11 Vyaktitvas we have to strengthen in us. Just remember them. One, from the Loka Sevakatva. Two, Dharmasthapana. Three, Viragi. I must become, O Lord, bless me. Just entertain these two thoughts while reminding of each of these Vyaktitva. Bhakta, I must become, O Lord, bless me. Shishya, I must become, O Lord, bless me. Mumukshu, I must become, O Lord, bless me. Jignasu, I must become, O Lord, bless me. Shrota, I must become, O Lord, bless me. Sadhaka, I must become completely, O Lord, bless me fully. So too the Parishrami, without even iota of tamoguna laziness, or any wrong performances, I must be Parishrami in the correct direction. I must, O Lord, bless me. So too, a Vyaktitva full of self-created inner inspiration, dynamism. A Paramatma, bless me. I must be so. Same way, let me tune to you, O Shruti Mata, you bless me. Let me tune to you, O Guru, bless me. Let me tune to you, O Devatas, bless me. Let me tune to you, O Mother Shakti, bless me. Let me tune to you, O Lord, Ishvara, Ishtadevata, bless me. Let me tune to you, He Parabrahma, Tattva, bless me. In this way, minimum we can do to keep ourselves intact on the path. Now, Shwethashwathara Upanishad, Sambandha Bhashyam, for what was discussed so far, discussed as an answer to Purva Pakshi's Prashna when he raised that Ishavasya Upanishad shloka of Kurvan Neveha Karman. With Gita, Upanishad, Lingo, Purana, Shiva Dharmottara Purana quotes, Bhagwan has answered them, which was such a good information for us also. Now he summarizes all, Bhagwan. Then again, Purvapakshi comes with another prashna. Bhagwan is so patient. सिद्धांति answers that also. बेटा देखो उसके लिए भी सारा ऋषि प्रोक्त references are there. पुराणोक्त references are there. So the question raised, Yukti Yukta answer is given, then Shruti Pramana is put in front. Let us see what it is today also. Before that, our today's 2 minutes thought before Sankalpa is life of a human being, whether world or spiritual, only depends on these three things. One, wisdom gained. Second, wisdom remembered. Third, wisdom implemented. Then wisdom experienced. Even in the world also, any success we want to have. About that, the wisdom has to be gained. We have to remember it. We have to implement it. We have to succeed. Our goal being spiritual also same rule. How much we have gained the wisdom, how much the wisdom we have remembered, how much the wisdom we have implemented and experienced. That determines our sureness or quickness of liberation, moksha. This we have to think, understand, accept, then try to Be always in this mood of wisdom, isn't it? It's the toughest thing. The lower level of upadhis, of sharira, it's sitting on a sofa, of indriyas going into the worldliness. ये सब normal होता है. But living life at the wisdom level is the true challenge, where always we are seeking wisdom, always we are remembering that wisdom, and our only goal is to apply that wisdom continuously, and then spiritually experiencing that wisdom. Once we are clear about it, really convinced about it, that I have to be the wise person, not in comparison, competition with anyone, for myself, for my own moksha. Then inevitably, all the things around and inside, we have to start making convenient for gaining this wisdom, for maintaining this wisdom, for also practicing that wisdom. ऐसा बनाना होता है. That's what is the common sense thought today, and we have to work on it. Like a family, a music oriented family hai, or children are being trained in some music. They mold their house according to that music, as a alag room which is convenient for that instrument to be kept and the place to sit. Any electronic thing required to be used, एक setup बना लेते हैं, isn't it? So too those who are learning, entire thing they whole life, whole day, they plan in such a way that their ambition of music is being accomplished. And whether it is instrumental or vocal, कुछ भी हो, isn't it? Which are the institutions where they go to? Which are the people they are in contact with? Which are the in what the ways the house they prepare? Which people they invite to their house? What sort of arrangement is done in the home? What food they take? Everything is tuned for that. Spirituality also is same. Do you want to be wise? Gain wisdom, use wisdom, remember wisdom, and be a wise person? Yeah. Then everything we have to change according to it. Unfortunately, we are very vague in this thought. Therefore, we ourselves become enemy to our own ambitions of spirituality. We only become enemy. We only do all the things which neutralize whatever wisdom we are pursuing. So थोड़ा चेंज करना पड़ता है, बाहर का भी अंदर का भी. As just now we said, first of all, set the house which is convenient for the wisdom only. How do you do it? Your interest and your maturity genius. It can be write your own quotes, like just now we said, I have to study Gita today, I have to study this, that today, I have to do this sadhanas. I have wala likh kar rakh do, to it reminds us. Or the pictures Rama, his Upadesha, one shloka. Krishna, his Upadesha, main one shloka. Upanishad, its Upadesha, mantra. So the whole house should be filled with such things. Then we are reminded. That's no. Otherwise, कुछ भी नहीं रखा या something विषय संबंधी we place there, attachment संबंधी we place there, then what is there in the sight, that alone comes into the mind. So from this thing it starts. Then who are our friends? Sacrifice करना ही पड़ता है. Those who are not inclined to wisdom, we need not give time to them and waste anymore. है ही थोड़ा सा time. And those who are in that field of adhyatmikata, कोशिश करके, like Hanuman ji is the example. When he heard Rama Rama Nama, he says, मैं जबरदस्ती करके इनसे दोस्ती बनाता हूँ क्योंकि साधते हो ही ना कारज हानि. And he himself calls and makes friends with Vibhishana. People. Then we have to change the places which we visit. Then we have to change our definitely the diet system. We have to change our entire day's curriculum. And Desha, Kala, Vastu, Vyakti. Outside these four have tremendous influence in our spiritual sadhana or no sadhana. How do we prepare our desha? Which deshas we go to? How do we plan our entire day's kala? And are we aware of which kala is conducive for spirituality and make best use of it? Kala. Kala remaining same for everyone, 24 घंटे. Which is the kala convenient for whom? For spiritual sadhana. Depends on their other duties, their own nature, etc. उस पे हमें ध्यान देना पड़ता है. Any kala I am able to do sadhana the moment convenience comes is a great stage. That is later on. But उससे पहले क्या है? These are the 2-3 hours I have free. I am free. So in these 2-3 hours, let me spend 1.5 hour, 2 hours. ऐसा काल के ऊपर हमें पकड़ पाना है. So व्यक्ति विशेष, as we just now said, inside remembering and outside contacting, inviting to our house and visiting to their house. Vyakti. You know? Because as long as we are with them, every word of that person, thought of that person is a power, it affects. Both, if that person is spiritual, affects positively. Non-spiritual affects non-positively. Spiritually. He may be a good person. But then goodness is not sufficient. Spiritual chahiye. Those non-spiritual people, their nastikata and all, they the inner sadhaka रूपी जीव को ना बहुत परेशान करते हो. Why I have to expose? He will talk all क्या है मंदिर वंदिर, what is spirituality? Why I have to trouble my mind, beautiful convinced mind about sadhana, by this person's words? Why should I suffer that? You avoid it. Or the other one who says, good, you are doing sadhana, that's the ultimate to be done. You really chose it. Seems you are very good. Pura Punya Samskara Phala and blessings of Guru and God. I congratulate you, wish you. Now, those words, when you see how tasty they are, how encouraging they are, isn't it? And those who talk about the Bhoga Vishyas, वो तो सबसे खतरनाक है. What class? Let us go for jogging. Let us go for jogging करके वहीं बढ़िया सा गरम गरम नाश्ता करके काफी पी के आएंगे. एक schedule wonderful. Your friend will suggest to you, and we seriously follow because friend is not a swami, so we will follow him. Therefore, व्यक्ति विशेष, वस्तु विशेष बहुत इन्फ्लुएंस रखता है. देश काल वस्तु परिस्थिति व्यक्ति. Then how we make our setup, as we have already discussed. These are all inevitable. They all have to be in tune with that spirituality. What is spirituality? Wisdom gained, wisdom remembered, wisdom implemented, wisdom realized. The wisdom is Paramatma alone is real, experiencing him alone is moksha. This is the wisdom. उसको गेन करना, उसको रिटेन करना, इम्प्लीमेंट करके धीरे धीरे एक्चुअली दैट स्टेट ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस वी हैव टू रीच. एंड फॉर ए पर्सन विद टैक्टिक्स एंड नैक, एक आध जन्म में ही हो सकता है पूरा, एक ही जन्म में कर सकता है. The one who's tentative and all, it goes on procrastinated till that conviction clarity comes. Our life should be like Nachiket. अब सीधा गया यमराज से, कुछ नहीं चाहिए, रख. I want only Brahma Jnana. Give. Compel the Guru. Guru gave, he took also. Beauty is not only Guru gave, beauty is he has taken it. हो गया काम उनका. There is some quote in India, झट मंगनी फट ब्याह थट तलाक, ऐसा कुछ है. दो ही है, हमने तीसरा ऐड किया. ऐसा होना चाहिए स्पिरिचुअलिटी. सो देन वन बाय वन थिंग, आवर बॉडी विजडम के लायक बनाना चाहिए. Some sacrifices we have to do for it. Problem with is what? This intellectual wisdom is quickly covered or neutralized or thrown away by the other equipment's behavior. That's what is happening to us. So, what is the meaning of the body convenient to the wisdom? So, to our speech or talk throughout the day, convenient to wisdom. Very importantly, our sense organs, are they in line with the gaining of wisdom or they are opposite, absolutely opposite? Observe करना पड़ता है. We can't be vague or light. Any professional in the world has to be professional. Spirituality is more professional than any other profession because it's a giver of mukti ultimate. So here also we have to be professional. A professional person doesn't take anything for granted. So I can't take for granted my sense organs. The eyes, ears, nose. Each of the perception which it gains can be helpful to the wisdom or opposite, provided depending on what we are doing with them. है ना. आंखों से अब देखते जा रहे हैं तो क्या देख रहे हैं, वो वासनाएं बनेंगे. सुनते जा रहे हैं, बट व्हाट आर वी लिसनिंग? So we have to plan that way. Our indriyas also helping us in the wisdom, gaining, remembering, using, experiencing. And the most toughest thing is our own mana. मन में हमेशा संकल्प विचार भावनाएं only regarding the wisdom. It should be conducive to that. So loving the Shastra, loving the Guru, loving the Satsanga, loving the Jnanam given there. तो ये सारे consciously entertain करना होता है. About the Vishyas, these things happen naturally because there are vasanas, because there are habits. A set of things, it just happens. But wisdom तो नहीं है वासनाओं में, इसलिए you can't depend on them right now. So we have to deliberately, in the mind, create that one. Whatever the reasons we'll bring, all is okay. मन को इसी के तरफ पकड़ के रखना. लास्ट इज बुद्धि. ये हमेशा सोचता रहना चाहिए कि विजडम गेन कर रहा हूँ कि नहीं, याद हो रहा है कि नहीं, यूज कर रहा हूँ कि नहीं. बुद्धि should be very alert. In fact, buddhi is the one which does all what we have discussed so far. And openness. These are the things detrimental and distracting. So I have to reject them. I am rejecting. But what about emotion and all? That's all I don't know. Again, the emotional attachments terribly trouble us. To all which are obstruction to gaining wisdom. It can be a hobby, it can be a habit, it can be a long time practice, some, what do you say, some liking thing, कुछ भी हो, वहाँ इमोशन पकड़ के रखता है उसको, छोड़ने नहीं देता. तो बुद्धि उसको समझाकर छुड़वाना पड़ता है. You know, these are not required, हटा दिया. These are required, लेके आया. See that without all these clarities, our spirituality is only a routine, doing something, not doing substantial and nothing happening. So, wisdom gained, wisdom remembered, wisdom implemented, wisdom experienced, spirituality. वो सारे तैयारियां करना पड़ता है. एनीवेयर, एनी फील्ड, एनी प्रोफेशन में ऐसा ही होता है. स्पिरिचुअल में भी वो है. तो मे वी रियलाइज ऑल दीज थिंग्स and with full inspiration and aggressiveness may be able to do them, and the Lord Guru empower us with all shakti is required for it. Because ultimately सब कुछ शक्ति है. बुद्धि शक्ति, मनस शक्ति, इंद्रिय शक्ति, शरीर शक्ति, अल्टीमेटली शक्ति ही है. शक्ति नहीं है तो वी कांट डू एनीथिंग. एनर्जी, पावर. May the Lord supply us with that continuously, so that all these things we do with that full energy and full joyfully. That's how we have to become master of our life, master of our spiritual life, master of well planned, well disciplined, well managed spiritual life. अपने आप का हमें बनना है. We are the architects. We are the civil engineers. We are the mechanical. Everything हम ही है अपनी जिंदगी. अपना जीवन का सौधा, सौधा में बिल्डिंग, नॉट हिंदी वाला सौदा. अच्छा बनाना है, बनना है, दिखना है, तो हमें ही पेशेंटली बनाना पड़ता है. लाइक द बर्ड्स मेक देयर ओन नेस्ट, नोबडी हेल्प्स देम. दोनों मियाँ बीवी बर्ड्स बना लेते. हमारे मियाँ बीवी बुद्धि एंड मन ये दोनों मिलकर अपने जीवन, आध्यात्मिक जीवन को बनाना है ना. ऑल दिस लर्निंग and establishing in doing systematically and then enjoying that relaxed doing. मैं कर रहा हूँ, हो रहा है, जितना हो सकता है मैं उतना कर रहा हूँ, जितना कर रहा हूँ हो रहा है, और पक्का ये अच्छा है, करेक्टली इट्स गोइंग ऑन, आई एम रिलैक्स्ड. हाँ, improvements, perfections, endless. You go on doing that. That God blesses. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsarashibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhya. ओम यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याता सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं. सुकृते धिकृते बहुधा भवतो भविता समदर्शनलालसता अतिदीनमिमं परिपालय मां भव शङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं. ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः. श्री श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषद आचार्येभ्यो नमः. अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधः अस्मिन् क्षणे प्राप्ति मोक्ष प्राप्त्यर्थं. सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृतेः शास्त्राणाम् आध्यात्मिक मोक्ष मार्गाणां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति द्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता सामरस्य पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थं ये भक्तसाधकशिष्यसेवकोपासकाः महात्मानः गुरवः आचार्याः अस्माकं सह अस्मिन् धर्मसंस्थापने कङ्कणबद्धाः तेषां सर्वेषां पूर्ण आयुरारोग्यैश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्यवीर्यादि शक्ति संपदा सानुकूलिता साधनानां प्राप्ति बाह्य अभ्यंतर शत्रु विघ्न निर्मूलनेन धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषद अपि अध्ययनम आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे मंगलाचरण श्लोकः नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहं प्रथमोऽध्यायः शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ओम शांति 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 अथ संबंध भाष्यम हाउ फार वी हैव कम यस्टरडे शिव धर्मोत्तर is quoted then the summary भगवान आदि शंकर is giving okay समराइजिंग उसको करते हुए भी फिर से ही गिव्स ए जड़ी ऑफ लड़ी ऑफ कोटेशंस बस आर जॉब इज टू look at the book, chant them, go through the understanding, and see that we also are convinced like the Purapakshi. Purapakshi is very sincere. When he has a doubt, he asks. But when the doubt is clarified, he understands, accepts, and he lives it. That's why he becomes Pakka Shishya, thereafter he only becomes Guru. Sincerity. Tasmat. Therefore, Vidushaha, for a Vidwan, Kartavya Abhavat, there is no Kartavya, proved through so many of the logics. No Kartavya for the Vidwan. Because of this, Avidyavad Vishaya eva ayam. This subject matter is related to not Vidwan, but for Avidya wala, Avidwan only. Which subject matter? Which you quoted. What that quotation? Kurvanneva ityadi karmaneva. You should know Kurvanneva karvani. Diji Vishet Satakam Samaha, and any of such quotations, wherever you see in the Shastra, they are the lot lakara or the orders to be done orders given are only for a Vidwan, now not for Vidwan. Vidwan has reached the Jivan Mukta Sthiti. अब उसको करना क्या है? So avidvad vishaya eva. Avidyavat vishayeva. Avidyavat means avidyavala. Bhagavat Bhagavan. Hanumat Hanuman. So avidyavat avidyavan. So avidyavala. उसका ही विषय है कुर्वन्नेव कर्माणि इत्यादि कर्म नियमः. Now the next 2-3 thoughts are very cute. Shankara Bhagavan is giving a variety of interpretation to that same mantra, favoring to his theory about the jnana alone is the hetu for moksha. He says, Kurvan eva iti cha na ayam karma niyamaha. No, I tell you other version to you. He is telling Purvapaksh. Kurvan eva karmani. He is not karma niyama. कि तू करना ही पड़ेगा तुमको. You must do. Don't look at it like that. Though the language wise looks like Kurvan karma neji vishit. No. Language में फंसो मत. It is not a karma niyamaha. Kurvanneva iti chana ayam karma niyamaha. Then what? Kintu vidya mahatmyam darshayitum. Vidya mahatmya, to glorify the vidya only, that kurvan karmani is said there. How? Yatha kamam karma anushtanameva drashtavyam. Here kurvan karvani means what? Not a lot lakar. In Sanskrit, lot lakar means order. It's not an order. It is the freedom given. What is the freedom? Yatha kamam karmanushthanam eva drashtavya. As you want, you involve in the karma. That freedom is spoken in that, not compulsion. Yatha kamam karma anushtanameva drashtavya. Means what? For that vidwan, because the topic is followed by, this sloka follows the earlier sloka about vidwan. ईशावास्य विदगम सर्वम यत्किंच जगत्याम जगत तेन त्यक्तेन गुंजिता माँ गुरुद कस सिद्धर. उसके बाद चल रहा है ना ये. तो इन दैट श्लोक टॉक अबाउट द ज्ञानी. नो, दैट ज्ञानी के लिए बता रहे हैं कि यथा कामम कर्मानुष्ठानम एव. यथा कामम कर्म, दैट मीन्स व्हाट? ही कैन बी विदाउट डूइंग कर्म, he can be with doing karma, and while doing karma he can be doing any karma. Never, none of them will bind him. That is the glory of the Vidya, of the Vidwan. So to glorify the Vidya, is this Kurvan Karmani word is used, not to say that karma doing is a niyama. That is niyama to the Vidwan. Oh, ho gaya. Exhaustively explained. Now for the Vidwan, this is a freedom. This is a license that he can do the karma, he cannot do the karma, he can do any of the karma, yet he will not be bound. Freedom dakara hai wo shabd, kurvan karma. Jiji vishet means what? You have realized the self. No, you just let the body live as long as it is there. 100 साल रहेगी शरीर. तो कर्मानि कुर्वणेव means what? करो या ना करो, जैसा भी करो, you are not going to be bound. Because you are a vidwan. You have realized the self. From that standpoint, anything, everything done is unreal only, mithya only. Doing, not doing, both have same place, same position. Like that hero in a cinema actor. He is an actor, that is reality. He realized. Then different roles he is playing. In that roles, good role, bad role, dono hoenge. In either case, does good role or bad role touch him? Karmani kurva nalipyate. Because he realized he is none of those things. So to a jnani knows what is essential self. All others are role play. He can play. Nothing can touch him. Therefore, kurvan karmani. करो या ना करो, फ्रीडम है ये. दैट इज अ ज्ञान का महिमा. विद्या महात्म्य बताने के लिए ज्ञानी को फ्रीडम देते हुए ये कहा, करो या ना करो, नो फर्क. कुछ भी करो, वो भी नो फर्क. दैट्स व्हाट ही सेज कि कुर्वन्नेव इति च न अयं कर्म नियमः किन्तु विद्या महात्म्यं दर्शयितुं यथा कामं कर्मानुष्ठानमेव द्रष्टव्यं परिज्ञानी. एतदुक्तं भवति. No, I'll explain to you with some quotes. What is that? Yavat jivam yatha kamam punya papadikam kurvati api vidushi. Vidushi means in the vidya sthiti, that vidwan yavat jivam, as long as he is alive, yatha kamam, as per his own choice or the wish, punya papadikam kurvati api vidushi. Whether he does the punya karma or the papa karma, na karma lepa bhavati. That punya karma will not give punya to him. The papa karma will give him papa. Why? Vidya samarthyaditi. Because the vidya का शक्ति ही है कि वो पाप पुण्य कर्म का कोई लेप नहीं होने देता. So that is the purpose of saying. And then for the onlooker, his karmas appear to be punya papa. And then he labels them. But in the jnani, कर्म फलासक्ति है क्या? नहीं है ना. देन कर्तृत्व अभिमान है क्या? नहीं है. When there is no kartrutva abhiman, karma falasakti, how can a karma be defined as papa punya? He is beyond them. Actually, at that time, what happens? Through him the things happen. He actually is not the doer. But for onlooker appears कि पुण्य कर रहे पाप कर रहे, वो उनको टच नहीं करेगा. Like I am seeing the movie. I just look at the villain. He is doing all papa karma. ये पापी है करके I feel bad about him. But the actor who is playing the role of villain, it will not touch him because he is Vidwan, I am the self. He is only playing that role. It is profession, he is just getting the money. Isn't it? And in all in Indian in film industry, those who act as the villains, they are more spiritual and philanthropic than those who act as the heroes. They are the ones who do all other things. संबंध नहीं है उसका बट जस्ट एग्जाम्पल समझ में आया ना. सो यावत् जीवं यथा कामं पुण्यपादिकं कर्म कुर्वति अपि विदुषी न कर्मलेपः भवति विद्या सामर्थ्यात्. So that to prove the महात्म्य of the विद्या, it is said बड़ा मिल गया ना विद्या तुमको, अब तू काम मत कर और करेंगे पुण्य कर पाप कर, you are free. Nothing can bind you. And as we completed the thought by saying, as a karta for some karma phala, he doesn't do it. Through him the Ishvara works, through him the Samashti works. Many a times through him the fellow is there in front. His prarabdha also works. Positive or negative me ho. He is not the doer. Like that example of Bhagavata Mahatmyam, that Atmadeva, when he insisted to bless for the children to that sannyasi. So sannyasi gave that phala. Now, in that sannyasi, in giving that phala, is his karatrutva abhimana? No. This Atmadeva's prarabdha, prarthana expressed through that sannyasi. He was not the doer of karma, expecting any karma phala. Therefore, that doesn't bind him. Like that, any number of examples. So here he says, Ishavasyam idagam sarvam iti arabhya. It started from there. Then, tena traktena gunjidaha. With this, that shloka ended. Whole shloka, Ishavasyam idagam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagata tena tyaktena bunjitaha. Iti, actually, how this shloka has to be understood? Vidushaha. For a ज्ञानी सर्वकर्म त्यागेन आत्मपालनम उक्त्वा नियोज्ये ब्रह्मविधि त्याग कर्तव्यता उक्ति अपि अयुक्ता एव उक्ता इति मत्वा चकितः सन् वेदः विदुषः त्याग कर्तव्यतामपि न उक्तवान्. Oh, very powerful sentence it is. Very, only the intellect of Adi Shankara only can conceive these things. He says, iti vidushaha sarva karma tyagena atma palam uktva. So, ishavasam ekadam sarvam yatkinja jagatyanjam tena tyaktena. The tyaktena is sarva karma, set of the entire karma ka tyag karke. Then what is remaining? When the karma sambandhi everything is dropped, pure Paramatma only remains. They were bhunjitaha. Enjoy that Paramatma. So tena tyaktena bhunjitaha. In that tena tyaktena, sarva karma tyaga is given. Bhunjitaha. Then pure Atma experience is being indicated. So iti vidusha sarva karma tyagena Atma palam uktva. Then what? Once he has got the bhunjita sthiti aa gaya. He is experiencing the self. Now listen to the next sentence very carefully. Uktva aniyojye brahmavidhi. Aniyojye brahmavidhi means the brahmavit on whom the order cannot be passed on. उनको कहीं नियोज्य नहीं कर सकते. ब्रह्मवेत्ता के ऊपर किसी को अधिकार नहीं होता. To tell him to do this or not to tell, not to do. So aniyojye brahmavidhi, be attentive. Tyaga kartavya ukti api. Telling him कि now you have become a ज्ञानी, you should not do any more karma. त्याग कर्तव्य उक्ति. कर्म का त्याग करना है. कर्म त्याग तुम्हारे लिए कर्तव्य है, ऐसा उक्ति। तुम ज्ञानी बन गए हो, तुमको अभी कर्म का त्याग करना है, ऐसा कहना भी अयुक्त एव उक्ति इति मत्वा चकितः सन वेदः। मतलब क्या है, वेद को डर लगा, वेद को है ना, हाउ कैन टू ए ब्रह्म ज्ञानी, हाउ कैन गिव एन ऑर्डर दैट यू शुड नॉट डू द कर्म, नो ऑर्डर कैन बी पास्ड ऑन टू हिम। So by just like biting its own tongue by its own teeth, Shruti Mata feeling embarrassed and insulted or inferiority because she did a gustaki. What is that? To a Vidwan, how can I order that you should not do the karma? She can never say do or don't do. But to avoid that wrong order, that don't do the karma, she just to express the total freedom of a vidusha, she said कुर्वन्नेव कर्माणि, ये आपकी मर्जी है, आपको हम भी ऑर्डर नहीं कर सकते। रिमेंबर, to a ब्रह्म ज्ञानी श्रुति also cannot order. We have seen this in many other earlier Upanishadic studies. तो अनियोज्य विदुषी, the vidwan on whom you cannot pass an order, अनियोज्य ब्रह्म विधि त्याग कर्तव्यता उक्ति ही अपि, है ना, त्याग कर्तव्य कर्म को छोड़ना वाला, इसको भी ये उक्ति भी अयुक्ता एव उक्ता इति, दिस इज नॉट करेक्ट, आई कैन नॉट ऑर्डर हिम इति मत्वा चकितः सन, अरे यार मैंने ऐसे गलती कर दी, ज्ञानी को मैंने ऑर्डर पास किया ये कर्म मत करो, then let me neutralize that order, take it back. Therefore vedah vidushah त्याग कर्तव्यतामपि न उक्तवान। विद्वान को कह रहे तुम कर्म त्याग करो, करके विद्वान को तुम कर्म त्याग करो, एक कहने का हिम्मत भी नहीं रखता श्रुति। Therefore it is said कुर्वन्नेव कर्माणि, ये आपकी मर्जी है। How can I tell विद्वान don't do this or that? So to avoid that order passing for a vidwan, it said do the work. Therefore the subject is about the vidwan only, there is nowhere a vidwan. फर्स्ट विद्वान को कर्म त्याग करा के ज्ञान पाने का ट्रेनिंग दिया, he got that, now he is vidwan. Now after he has got vidwan, one cannot pass orders to him, especially अब आप त्याग करो कर्म को. So to neutralize that wrong thought or that गुस्ताखी done by the श्रुति माता herself says, तो आपकी मर्जी है, कुर्वन् एव कर्माणि जिजीविषेत्. इट्स लाइक जितना साल जीना है उतना जियो, जो कर्म करना है वो करो, नहीं करना है तो मत करो, नथिंग टचेस यू बिकॉज यू आर विद्वान, यू हैव नोन द ब्रह्मन द सेल्फ. एंड वंस वी रीच द एक्सपीरियंस, everything is delusionary only from that standpoint. So delusion never binds positively or negatively. जैसे हमने कहा विलन का, हीरो का भी हम कोई we praise him but it doesn't touch him, he just played the role. सो चकितः सन वेदः, आश्चर्यचकित हो गया वेद को, अरे मैं कैसे कर रहा हूं ऑर्डर टू ब्रह्म ज्ञानी, वेद विदुषः त्याग कर्तव्यतामपि न उक्तवान्, कर्म त्याग करो करके नहीं कह रहा है, कर्म त्याग करो नहीं कह रहा है, इज इक्वल टू कुर्वन् कर्माणि, आपकी मर्जी है. सो कुर्वन्नेव इह, नाउ कुर्वन्नेव एक्सप्लेन्ड. So with the Shruti has no dareness or guts to order the Vidwan not to do the karma. Then she said Kurvan karmani. That has to be explained then. तो करो मत करो ऐसा कहने का जरूरत नहीं किया. Understood. कर्म करो तो कहा ना. What it means? It means what? कुर्वन एव यह लोके विद्यमानम, है ना, लोके विद्यमानम, staying in this world, कुर्वन एव यह, while doing so what? पुण्य पापादिकम कर्म यावत जीवम जिजीविषेत्. तो ला जितना तुमका शरीर में रहना है जियो, पुण्य पाप कर्म करते रहो. मीन्स व्हाट? डरो मत हे विद्वान, न पुण्यादि बंध भयात पुण्यादिकम त्यक्त्वा तुष्टिमवतिष्ठेत्. That out of fear that punya papa will give its phala, that don't stop doing punya papa and sit idly lazily. Nothing will touch you. You take initiative and involve in both and Punya and Baba, Daro Mata, that lepa will not come to you. Don't be afraid. Tushni mat बैठो. You are a vidwan now. See the typical Shankara Bhagwan ने जो बताया इधर. So कुर्वन नेवे है मतलब भाव हो या पुण्य हो, अब उसका लेप होगा करके डर के मारे तो चुप मत बैठना, करते जाओ, लगे रहो. That's a कुर्वन प्रेजेंट कंटिन्यूशन इज लगे रहो तुम, डोंट वरी, टूशनी मत बैठना. हमें क्या अभी ज्ञानी बन गया, हमें कर्म करो या ना करो, पुण्य करो या ना करो, करूँ तो उसका लेप होएगा, कुछ नहीं होने वाला. आप डोंट बी लेजी या डोंट बी आइडल सिटिंग, एंजॉय कुर्वन नेव कर्म. That is why the one, everyone almost, the jnanis, most of them, स्थूल में कम, सूक्ष्म में ज्यादा, they keep on doing the karma of the spiritual revolution or reforms to the next generation. वो बैठे नहीं रहते, है ना. Some write books, some go and give lectures, some start and continue the ashramas, some send the thoughts from wherever they are seated. But कुछ ना कुछ करते रहते हो. They can't go together. The tamoguna and the ajnana cannot go together. He is in Brahmanubhuti. He looks to be sleeping on one place or cot or kursi. वो हमको ऐसे physically दिखता है, but deeply, intensely he is involving inside. In the whole cosmic spiritual evolution, he contributes, that jnani. The more lesser outer work a jnani is doing, the more greater, subtler work he is doing. But they keep on doing. They can't be without. Because when they have realized, they have to contribute to the total evolution. चलता ही रहता. And they do it willingly, joyfully, not getting attached, identified or affected by the punya papadi karma. So again I read it for you. Kurvanneva iha loke vidyamanam punya papadi karma yavat jivam jijivishet. बेटा मैं मना नहीं कर रहा हूँ आपको, करो मत. Because I am, how can I order you? Nobody can order you. Yes, I am Shruti Mata. I order others, Ajnani, not you. Therefore, kurvannemeha loke vidyamanam punyapavadikam karma yavat jivam jijivishet. As long as you want to live, doing all the punya papa that are possible on the world. And the other of it what? Na punyadi bandha bhayat, na punyadi bandha bhayat. पुण्यादि के करने से होने वाला बंध का भय से पुण्यादिकम त्यक्ता तूष्णीम न अवतिष्ठ. Leaving all those karma, don't sit in a tushti bhava, afraid of the phala. ये है श्रुति माता का कहने का अर्थ, है ना. एवं इन दिस वे तावत कर्माणि कुर्वति अपि विदुषी त्वयि. Even though you are the vidwan doing the karmas, atah itaha yavat jiva anushthanat अन्यथा भावः स्वरूप स्वरूपात् प्रच्युति पुण्यादि निमित्तं संसारान्वयः न अस्ति न अस्ति न अस्ति. When you are doing the punya and papa karma, which are labeled as punya and papa by the outsiders, तावत् कर्माणि कुर्वते विदिशत्वयि इतः यावत् जीवा अनुष्ठानात्. From this time of realization till the body is remaining, when you are doing the anushtana of karma, पुण्य हो या पाप हो, अन्यथा भावः और कुछ बन जाना, स्वरूपात् प्रच्युति ही, missing your self experience and falling down, then punyadi nimitta samsara anvayah. Because of the punya papa, the phala of it, you are forced to enter into the samsara. Na asti, these three will not be there. Neither samsara will fall on you, nor your atma jnana will go away, nor some other result will happen which is unwanted. When you are living, as long as you are alive, doing punya and papa, that is the benefit of being a vidushaha. You are that vidwan. So kurvanneveha loke vidyamanam punyapavadikam karma yavat jivam jijivishet. Na punyadi bandham na punyadi bandha bhayat punyadikam santyakva stushnim avadishtet. एवं तावत् कर्माणि कुर्वति अपि विदुषित्वयि इतः यावत् जीव अनुष्ठानात् अन्यथा भावः स्वरूपात् प्रच्युतिः पुण्यादि निमित्त संसार अन्वयः न अस्ति न अस्ति. They will never happen. अतएव अथवा इतः अथवा इतः कर्मानुष्ठान उत्तर काल bhavi anyata bhavaha samsaranvaya nast. And also after leaving this body, the result of whatever पुण्य पापा you as a ज्ञानी have done, उसके रिजल्ट में एक नया संसार तुमको बनेगा, वो वाला डर भी नहीं. Nast. To free your mind, involve in the karma. To say that Shruti said, Kurvaneve karmani. So it is not a compelling thing to him to do karma or not to do karma. Shruti Mata cannot compel. She is only informing and giving him freedom. महाराज आप पुण्य करो, पाप करो, जब तक जियोगे, उसका फल ना अगले जन्म में होगा, ना इस जन्म में होगा, ना तुम्हारा आत्मज्ञान जाएगा, ना और कुछ होगा. आप लगे रहो, डरो मत. That is a tone behind these words. Not as you said, कुर्बान कर्माणि, अब कर्म करते रहो, विज्ञान के लिए समय कहाँ है, therefore मोक्ष होता ही नहीं. These are all that way. It is अविद्या, अविद्वान का सब्जेक्ट है, विद्वान का फर्स्ट श्लोक है ईशावास में. और ये श्लोक भी विद्वान के लिए है. श्रुति has hesitated. How can I order him? She said, भैया जैसा जीना है जी, and nothing will touch you. This is what it is. अथवा इता कर्मानुष्ठान उत्तर काल भाव्य भावी अन्यथा भाव संसार व नास्ति संसारान्वय. तो दैट अभी जीवन मुक्त हुआ, लेकिन he went on doing पुण्य पाप. Once he leaves the body, again he will be born as samsari. The Ajnani only will have these things. The Jivan Mukta will not be born as samsari again. This is the meaning here. Okay. Yasmat tvayi vinyastam na karma lipyate. See, the karma which is done by you never touches you. Tata cha shrutyantaram. Now here onwards, to prove this point, when he goes on quoting the quotations. For a jnani, whatever karma he does, it doesn't touch him. And he is not that actually a karmi. उनके द्वारा कर्म होता है लोक कल्याण के लिए. Even it superficially appears with a papa karma, but it has only a positive result. He cannot do negative, that's it. Negative cannot happen through Jnani. So what are the quotations? Tata cha shrutyantaram na lipyate karmana papakena. Even by papa karma done, this Jnani will not be touched by it. Again I am saying, the papa karma is from our drishti. इन्हें ज्ञानी न करता है न भोगता है. So how do you call him a papa karma karta? But on looking at, observes that he is doing some papa karma. न लिप्यते by that. But this should be understood only for vidwan. For us, पाप से पुण्य, पुण्य से साधना में आना पड़ेगा. Don't take it as license for us. न लिप्यते कर्मणा पापकेन. Then एवं विधि पाप कर्म न पापम कर्म न शिष्यते. बृहदारण्यक का quoted. Now छांदोग्य उपनिषद में काउंट कर रहे एवं विधि. The one who has known the self like this, experienced it, papa karma na lipyate. Even papa karma happens through him, it doesn't touch him. Doesn't mean that he deliberately does it. It's only exaggeration to say पाप करेगा वो भी नहीं टच करेगा. मतलब पाप करेगा भी नहीं है, करेगा तो भी टच नहीं करेगा. He is beyond that. That is the meaning. Next one, nainam krita krite tapataha. Again, Brihadaranyaka says, krita akrita. Krita means punya karma. Akrita is pap karma. Na tapataha. They don't torture him. They don't touch him. Quotations. Then next one is what? Evam hi asya sarve papmana praduyante. Again, Chandogya में कहते हैं, for such a ज्ञानी, all the सर्वे पापमाना प्रदूयन्ते. So उनके द्वारा कोई पाप होता नहीं, वो पाप उनको टच करता नहीं. पापमानम न प्रदूयन्ते, दूषण नहीं करता उनके व्यक्तित्व को या ज्ञान को. If at all any papa happens through him. Now some more from लिंग पुराण and then शिव पुराण. इसी के बात में 6-7 श्लोकों का कोटेशन है. Then one more question is raised by to say his own version that Jnani has no karma. Karma happens through him, but he is not touched by it. Shankara Bhagavan, first time even in last 5 years studying this topic, he quotes even Brahma Sutras. अभी तक हमने सुना नाम लेकिन पढ़े नहीं. We are studying Yoga Sutra, Bhakti Sutra. We are lucky. God is blessing us to see few of the sutras, Brahma Sutra. There, Shankara Bhagavan calls out those sutras which substantiates this point. दैट ज्ञानी का कोई कर्म का लेप नहीं होता, डजंट मीन ही सिट्स आइडली, इट इज कर्मा, इन दैट कर्मा इट कैन बी पुण्य और पापा, none of them will bind him, nor it will take away his atma jnana, nor will it induce him samsara, nor any otherwise other result happens. And by the way, his karma will be for loka kalyan. A good topic, we'll see tomorrow. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. That's it. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnavadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Paramarshibhyo Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Tatsat Brahmarpणमस्तु. Om 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 Om. Good. कंटिन्यू करेंगे.